We believe in what can be. And we believe in fighting for that. That's how we came into being. Because the people before us understood that one of the greatest expressions for the love of our country, one of the greatest expressions of patriotism, is to fight for the ideals of who we are.
I'm Vince for RTM News. If you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. So last night, Kamala Harris did a town hall with Oprah Winfrey, and I know you're all dying to know how it went, right? Yeah, that's obviously sarcastic, but just to give you a quick idea, check it out.
We are an optimistic people. We are an optimistic people. Americans, by character, are people who have dreams and ambitions and aspirations. We believe in what is possible. We believe in what can be. And we believe in fighting for that. That's how we came into being. Because the people before us understood that one of the greatest expressions for the love of our country, one of the greatest expressions of patriotism, is to fight for the ideals of who we are.
Yeah, so does anyone know what that means? I mean, I've been waiting. I've been watching this clip for about the past 24 hours now. Still have absolutely no idea what she's even really trying to say, if I'm going to be totally honest. But, you know, the typical word salad from Kamala Harris. But I do find it to be kind of astonishing because she is at a point right now where she's being heavily criticized even by CNN for giving these word salad platitude answers that essentially mean nothing. And she's doubling down on that, right? You would think as the campaign trail goes, as time goes on, she's going to gradually get a little bit better at this, but instead she's just getting worse, literally. Take a listen as this voter asks her what she's going to do about the border, and she unironically gives the same answer that, well, I was a prosecutor. Okay? I mean, what does that mean? You know, what are you actually going to do about it? Take a listen.
What would be specific steps to strengthening the border?
So it's a wonderful and important question. You know, my background was as a prosecutor, and I was also the elected attorney general for 2 terms of a border state. So this is not a theoretical issue for me. This is something I've actually worked on. Okay. I have prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I take very seriously the importance of having a secure border and ensuring the safety of the American people.
Okay, but what are you going to do? What are you actually going to... You know, she always does this too. They ask her, what is your economic plan? She says, well, listen, I was a middle-class kid growing up, okay? But what is the plan? And then every time they ask her about the border, she just, well, I was a prosecutor. I did the stuff before, okay? It gets even worse though, folks. Take a listen as this group of voters asks her, what are you going to do about affordability and the cost of living in this country, which, by the way, has not exactly been great under your administration. And we have, ladies and gentlemen, you guessed it, yet another word salad. Can't make this up.
We really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Yeah, first of all, thank you both for being here. And yours is a story I hear around the country as I travel. And in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams, and
rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams. You can clearly tell. Sometimes you can tell when someone doesn't really know what they're trying to say. And so they're just basically stalling until they try to figure something out. And that is exactly what you're watching right now. Thank you very much for your question. You know, I hear it all the time. I think everyone should have the right to chase their dreams. It's honestly bordering a parody of what politicians are. You know, people make these types of jokes about politicians and how they just give these fake platitude answers, except in the case of Kamala Harris, it's not exactly a joke. She's just doing this completely seriously.
Ambitions for your family and working hard and finding that the American dream is for this generation and so many recently far more elusive than it's been. And we need to deal with that. And there are a number of ways. One is bringing down the cost of everyday necessities.
Okay, so once again, yet another ridiculous word salad. Okay, now let's transition a little bit to when Kamala Harris is asked about guns and gun control, and she does this little act where she tries to act like a human being, and newsflash, it doesn't exactly go well. She does not exactly come off like a human being.
I'm a gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun.
I did not know that.
If somebody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes, I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that.
But
my staff will deal with that later.
Yeah.
Hello, my fellow human beings. I'm a human being too. Bust out fake accent, okay, pander. If someone breaks in my house, they getting shot. You literally can't make this up, right? This is after the fact that for years, people have made fun of her ridiculous fake laugh. They've been making fun of for months now her vague platitude answers on literally everything. And instead of maybe improving on it a little bit, it's just getting literally worse. I mean, look at Oprah's face. Even Oprah Winfrey quietly is looking at Kamala and thinking, man, you gotta do better than this, okay? Look at her face. Look at her face. She's like, okay. And meanwhile, Kamala's just, ha, 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 ha. Now that said, let's tie it all back together. Take a listen to Kamala Harris's closing statement, where she once again, you guessed it, provides another word salad.
What is on your heart to say to the American people as we have 47 days until November 5th? What's on your heart? To say to particularly those people who are still undecided or maybe indifferent or on the fence still?
Okay, so it's worth noting, first of all, that Oprah not only gave her one of the easiest questions of all time, but on top of that, even did the follow-up to aid her. Okay, specifically talk to the undecided voters. That's what I'm trying to do with this question. Come on. Lay up. She's giving it right to you, Kamala. Let's see what Kamala has to say.
We love our country.
Okay, hold on. Let's give her a chance. Guys.
I love our country. I know we all do. That's why everybody's here right now. We love our country. We take pride in the privilege of being American. And this is a moment where we can and must come together as Americans, understanding we have so much more in common than what separates us. Let's come together with the character that we are so proud of about who we are, which is we are an optimistic people. We are an optimistic people. Americans, by character, are people who have dreams and ambitions and aspirations. We believe in what is possible. We believe in what can be. And we believe in fighting for that. That's how we came into being. Because the people before us
That's how we came into being. We're 1 minute and 28 seconds into this clip. Does anyone know what she's saying? What she means? Anyone have a clue? Feel free to comment down below.
Understood that one of the greatest expressions for the love of our country, one of the greatest expressions of patriotism, is to fight for the ideals of who we are, which includes freedom to make decisions about your own body, freedom to be safe from gun violence, freedom to have access to the ballot box, freedom to be who you are and just be, to love who you love openly and with pride, freedom to just be. And that's who we are. We believe in all that. And so this is a moment where we stand knowing what we are fighting for. We're not fighting against. It's what we're fighting for.
Thank you.
You want to know what my response is to that, guys? Yeah, but there you have it. I believe this is Kamala Harris's third maybe fourth, but I believe third interview of the entire 2024 election cycle. We are now less than 2 months away from the November general election, and still, to this point, we still don't really know anything about her. Do we, folks? I don't know. But yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There was the Oprah Winfrey town hall with Kamala Harris. It's bordering on satire at this point. You know, if SNL were to do a sketch about this, you'd probably get exactly what you saw at the town hall. It is what it is. With that said, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. And until next time, I've been Vince with RTM News. Peace.